Hello everybody, good day. Yes, you are not dreaming, I'm actually doing a video. I have got so much work to do, but I just have to, oh bugger, what have I done? Hold on, not to worry, I just had a little bit of paste on my glove. I've got to clean that from here. I'm just using an alcohol wipe, which really helps. So I've already mixed my resin in here. So I use Aldax Crystal Cast. It's an epoxy resin, and it works pretty good for me because it's not too thick and it's not too thin. It's just in between, and it lets me work for over an hour sometimes, depending on the weather and how I do things. And hopefully today it'll be a quick one because I have to get back to packing my orders. But I have a new gold and a new silver paste that are just absolutely amazing, and I wanted to get them, you know, get them onto a board and show you how they work. And since it's lupus awareness month, so everything is purple, I've picked a few different shades of purple. And here we go. Where is my Purple Rain? I'll grab some Purple Rain. Actually, I'm going to put some resin into these cups first. I'm not going to allow too much for the metallics. Next door's neighbor's dog is crying because it's probably been put in the shed. I might have to close the door. Oh dear, oh dear. Hold on. His mum puts him in an area when she needs to do something in the garden, so he's not jumping all over her little girl. And then he's just such a baby. He cries a lot. Right, so okay, that sounds like a good one. A little bit extra here, and I want to leave a little bit for my board to help it move. So I'm just gonna leave that there like so. So here we go. I've got the Purple Rain, Le'Rez Purple Rain, and it's quite a beautiful purple. In I go with that. That's all you use, pretty much like 2 drops, and it's very strong pigment. That is the paste. Then I have the amethyst Dream. It is a 2-tone pigment, and you can put quite a bit of that in, and I'm going to put that one in here. And usually I mix this in first into a little paste and then add the rest of the resin to it, but this time I just mixed it into a paste kind of on top, and then I'm going to combine the whole thing. It's harder doing it this way, so it's always better to mix your paste in your powder, whatever mica you use in mica or whatever powder pigment, mix it into a paste first. And this is quite a transparent but a beautiful pigment, so just make sure that's mixed well. When you mix it into a paste first, you ensure that you don't have any little, you know, grainy bits, which there shouldn't be. These are pigment powders and they're really awesome. They mix super well. So that was the Amethyst Dream. And then I'm going to go with my Plum, which is a kind of a purpley colour. So in I go with that, like so. Give that a mix. And always scrape a little bit. Yeah, it's nice. Scrape a bit on the side and then pick it up and then stir some more. So I think purples, especially the dark deep purples, go really well with metallics. So we'll see how we go with this now. This is great. And I have another one which is called a blueberry crush, and it's a powder, but I've mixed it in with a binder. I do have the binders if anybody wants to buy them. That's what's been used to bind the powders. I don't do that, the supplier does it, but I managed to get some binder off him so that I can do these little things and I can supply it to you guys. See, I'm thinking about everything. So here we go. This is a blueberry crush. It is, I'll show you, just give me a moment. Very transparent. So this is what it looks like. It's a matte color. Okay, and when you mix it with a binder, or when you just mix it with resin like that, it becomes this really cool blueberry color. I'm going to add some more because I'm not happy with I need it to be a little bit deeper. Get another clean stick, so I'm just going to get right in there, because the way I've mixed it with the binder, I've mixed it to be pretty transparent. But you add more pigment and less binder, then you get a thicker paste and you get a more opaque paste. So this is good. I want to layer these one on top of the other. So this is cool. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. It's quite transparent and it looks yummy. Okay, now these two are going to be my gorgeous metallics. So this is what it looks like. It is a paste, but it's kind of moist. It's like a powder, between a powder and a paste. Okay, but if you squish them together, they clump up. So this is all I'm going. Oh, I'm off the screen. That's all I'm going to use. Okay. And I'm going to pop it in here. As soon as you pop it in there, you can see it. It's a very heavy pigment, super heavy pigment, and it mixes really well in resin. It also mixes, it's water soluble, so you can mix it with water if you want to. So you've seen how much I've put in there. It's a tiny little bit. So you can add extra if you want to. And check that out. I've called this molten gold, and I've called the silver molten silver because they just look like real gold and real silver. Okay, so that's that. So this is going to be sold in these little vials, which are smaller than these, but they actually, because the pigment is so heavy, you fit 50 grams in here easy and still have some room on top. They're super heavy pigment, which means they're quite dense and you don't have to use a lot. So in with the silver looks like that. Same kind of thing, you pick it up. That's all I'm gonna do to pop it in there. Silver, I've noticed it's got a bit of a funny odor. I can't really work out what it smells like, but that doesn't worry me too much. So here we go. I'm still mixing it because it drops down to the bottom of the cup because it's so heavy. You got to give it a real good mix. Okay, and you can see how that silver works. Look at that. I might even add a little bit more just to see. Oh, actually, I probably won't even need to. Awesome. Okay, let's get crack-a-lackin' on. I managed to drop a little bit of gold in my purple here, but that's alright. Now I'm going to use this one just to spread it around on my board here. This board came already primed, so I don't have to do anything to it. You can still prime it. Some people paint the bottom of it, like the underneath. And one thing that I should have done and I didn't do is tape the bottom, because it's a real pain trying to get, you know, all that resin off. So I'm going to try not to leak over the top, over the sides, but we'll see. So what I'm doing now is just with my hand just spreading this all the way around, just so that I only, you know, just need a tiny little bit just to cover. I'm even like pushing it in there. Even that tiny little bit will help to create that nice slippery platform for your resin to move, so it doesn't get stuck. And then when you're doing, especially when you're doing puddle pouring, and then and if you want to do a different style of pouring, where you want your resin to kind of sit there and not move as much because you want to put other details around it, then you don't do this. You just leave it as is. So I'm almost done. And then, so I'm doing it on a black background, as you can see. And let's see how those colors pop. Let's see. And so I might start with my sugar plum, just in the middle. Colors may not show because, oh yeah, there we go, bit of sugar plum. And then I'm going to go with or have I got a transparent, which is this blueberry crush, straight in there like so, and that opens it up. Oops. This beautiful two-tone amethyst dream. Look at that, these pearls are just amazing. In you go, and that's going to really make those colors pop. And then I'm going to go, where have I got? 1, 2, 3. Which one's missing? This one. Give that a real good mix. Oh yes, this is my gorgeous purple rain. I'm just giving it extra stirring. In you go. It looks really dark. So now what I'll do is I'm just going to go in with some of this silver, like so. And then I'm going to go same kind of way in with sugar plum. Then I might actually go with the gold now. Bit of gold. Look at that. It's already starting to create things. This is a transparent, straight over the top. I may need to pop something underneath here. If I can find, where is it? Because it's pulling that way. Look at that. So where was I? That was a transparent, and we're going to go with the amethyst dream. Oh, if you could just see how it opens up in the depth. It's actually changed the color in there. And I'm going to go with the silver, sorry. In with the silver again. And I'm just going to keep going like that. I'm just going to go randomly now. And I might actually even do a bit of the metallic in between. Open that up more. I'm pretty much out of that one. More of that one. Silver. And go with this one now. again. Amethyst Dream, look at that. You can even just leave it like that. And gold. A bit more gold this time. Now this one, I used it before. It's quite a transparent one. I'm going to leave that one for last. Just pop in my Sugar Plum. This transparent one, I think I might just go around the edges a little bit with that one. So I think it needs it and I want to use it up. And then get rid of that. And what you can do is just flip it around and then it'll start moving that way. Gotta beat it, you know. Tries to trick you. We won't let it. So where are we? Okay, let's go with the Purple Rain. Open that one up a bit. And then I'm going to go a little bit more with this one. Some more silver. It's got a lot of, that metallic is just amazing, you guys. If you could just see that, it's just crazy. And I'm going to go with quite a bit of that Purple Rain in there. And I want to go around with the Purple Rain as well. You can't really see it now, I know, because everything looks so dark because the background is dark and the Purple Rain is quite a dark pigment as well. But don't worry, it'll all come together as I scrape up some. I'll put you in now. I absolutely love this. Amethyst Dream is just so gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to go around as well. Okay. So I might just do that. Not too worried about the drips. That'll be the day if I'm going to worry about that. So I've got, so I'm going to put some little bit of gold in the middle. And now I want to go around. So I've only got the gold and the silver now. Clean my hands. Just going to do a little bit of tilting. Just a bit, because remember I'm trying to save the sides. And I just wanted to showcase that purple as well as the metallic. And I haven't used anything yet. No torch or heat gun or anything. Just trying not to waste the resin. I want it nice and thick. And I want to show you how beautifully these move. Whoop, gotta be very quick. So it's creating that jaggedy kind of look. We don't want it perfectly round. Unless that's what you want, then you don't tilt it like this. I'm doing it because I want that unevenness. Going round and around. I spend a couple of days with my grandson. They live 3 hours away. And singing all the nursery rhymes and everything, and then they kind of get stuck in your head, which is wonderful. Except when you're talking with somebody who's not into nursery rhymes and go, what are you on about? Yeah, dear. Okay, so we got that there. I'm gonna get the torch. Give me a second to grab one. That dog stopped yelping, so I can open the door now. Nearly out. I don't like having my dogs in. Okay, so you can see the reaction straight away with the silver and the heat. And of course we pop in all the bubbles. And I just want to bring this all the way to the edge, like so, to tilting that way, so I'm going to turn it that way now. And we still have a lot of gold left. Wasn't meant to be a geode, but everybody seems to be into geodes these days. Okay. Right, just checking to make sure that it's all nice and still recording for a change. So just tidying up now. So I could leave it like this quite happily. Some really cool stuff happening here, which I really like. And sometimes if you see a little bit of fluff or something, you can actually push it in, but it's good to actually get them out just in case they resurface. I quite like that just as is. However, I can't just settle with just that. So I've got my pipette, and if you go in my shop, you can get 10 of these for $2. 20 cents each I sell them for. So I think that's a pretty good bargain, and I managed to mess one up just now. And what I do is I use it, and then once I've used it, I let the resin dry up in there and set, and then you just snip it, keep snipping, and then you pull out the resin that sets inside the pipette comes out real easy. So you use it 3-4 times. So here we go. I'm going to get a little bit, suck it in there like so, and I just want to go around. Just got to be careful not to create air bubbles, because they do pop out and do like a blob. You don't want that. There we go. Nice little circle. And I might even just follow this around. Get some more. Wow, look at that gold. So this gold is available now, and the silver. It's in the shops. It's being sold as a 50-gram paste. Like I said, super heavy, and it's 20 Australian dollars, which is not sure how much is that in American dollars, but it's much less than 20. And it's well worth it. I try to get, that's the best price I could get. Just expensive to buy, and for me to buy it, I have to buy bulk and then package it so that you guys can enjoy it in small amounts and not have to pay thousands of dollars for it. There we go. This gold and purple just go so super well. I just hope I could. I'm just playing now, that's all I'm doing, because I love the way that gold, even in some areas, sits on top. And if you don't like that kind of thing, you can always just push it in and then it'll go in. Okay, let's go in here a little bit. So just playing now, because I've got lots left over. I don't want to waste it because it's gold. But even doing the puddle pouring and layering it the way I did it, you can see here they're only fine lines, because everything's kind of moved and stretched over it, and you can see fine lines, which is what you can also achieve with a pen afterwards. But you don't have to, because you can just do what I did, and then you have those fine lines already there. So I'm going to go in here. Some really cool effects. I want to bring you down so you can see before I get the heat gun into the action. So some of the air bubbles are popping out of here. It doesn't concern me, because this is just something organic that it finds its way, it sorts itself out and creates its own beauty all by itself. So that's that one. and I do have some of the silver left, which I want to also play with. So I'm just going to use the same pipette and just go and do the same. Not a lot of purple there, it's kind of disappeared because I used too much of the metallic. I am sorry. So now I'm going to have to do another lupus awareness one with a lot more purple in it. But this can be just like a gold and silver metal thing. A little bit in the middle. It's all going to move and change because of the things that I got to bring you down. So I haven't done anything to it just yet. Let me just bring you down first. Okay, so here we go. This is pretty raw. As you can see, lots of action happening there without anything. There's that gold sitting on top there, which I said you can make it so it doesn't sit on top. I quite like it like that. And this is just what that, look at all that stuff, the bubbly things happening underneath there, all by itself. That's interesting, just there. So see all that stuff? Look at that. It kind of wrinkled. I love that. So thank you all for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again.